case study analysis. Motor Bus Company mainly offer transportation services, with buses primarily traveling the Davao to Cagayan routes. Based on the given information, the company's organizational chart is presented. The case also emphasized the role of engineer Gaudencio Indoctivo as the former manager of maintenance, whose unprecedented early retirement allowed engineer Hermosa Ancheta to take over the position. Here we have the timeline of stated events where bus procurements and maintenance personnel count are highlighted. It is also important to note that in 2013, workload of the maintenance personnel increased, resulting to a demand of additional workforce. Moving on, we'll discuss the statement of the problem. The company's method of operation doesn't align with its growth projection. With the current operating procedure of the maintenance department, the company is prone to delay issues due to inefficient inventory management, slow-moving purchase process, and insufficient maintenance personnel. Before we deal with the company's problem, the workflow analysis is presented. To address the company's impending problems, the following courses of action are suggested. First, re-equip inventory. Upon inventory assessment, it was determined that there are parts in excess. An overstock of parts is not ideal as it would take up inventory space. It would be best to resell them at a profitable price. In addition, essential parts are inadequate. It is important to restock the inventory with these components to speed up the repair and maintenance process. Lastly, there are obsolete parts. It must be removed from the inventory and endorsed to recycling facilities or sold. Evaluating this solution, we determined that through the retail of excess and obsolete parts, the additional profit can be used for the restocking. Moreover, the manager will have available parts in roster, making it easier to manage stocks. However, given the limited time period before expansion, it would be difficult to update the inventory completely and it may interfere with the maintenance operation. Second, revised purchase process. It would be more ideal if information technology is utilized in administering requests and approval. In addition, job openings for procurement head and logistics division can aid this concern. Instead of the manager conducting the actual purchase, the procurement head will ensure the purchasing of parts is given immediate attention and to acquire the purchased parts faster. A logistics division can better facilitate the transfer of automotive components. Evaluating this solution, it accelerates the parts procurement process and allows expansion of workforce through job openings. However, time is required to fill in the additional positions and job openings poses a challenge. Third, increase manpower. Since the upsurge of repair and maintenance is nearing an immediate elevation would be to hire additional maintenance personnel. The objective of this recruitment would be to fill in the ideal target of 10 maintenance units assigned to service 100 buses when it is stationed at a certain terminal. Thus, a total of 20 maintenance units should be formed. Here we have a visual diagram that shows the allocation of maintenance personnel with the bus units. Evaluating this solution, it promotes proper allocation of tasks designated to the maintenance personnel and it also expands the workforce. However, it has similar cons with previously mentioned job openings. Fourth, strategize bus unit procurement. If unprecedented procurement is still practiced, then it may be a potential problem, especially if the departments are prepared for the expansion of operations. Therefore, a proposed solution would be to acquire buses yearly with a target of 10 buses per annum. Here we have a bar chart that shows the difference between the procurement strategies. The current method may be ideal since it decreases purchase price, but this also demands more people, resulting to an upsurge of job openings. Fifth, assess employee conditions. It would be best to establish an HRM department since they will be tasked to assess employee conditions and facilitate employee recruitment. In addition, reinforcement training can be done, specifically skills training for maintenance personnel and management training for supervisors. Furthermore, a performance appraisal can determine the status of the employees and may we move to the recommendations. To increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the maintenance department, the company must immediately target its problem points. The ideal recommendation would be to merge feasible courses of action given the time constraint. First, reorganization of the company must be conducted as this would result in a more strategic operating procedure. This covers creating job openings. However, instead of recruiting for procurement head and logistics personnel, it would be best to promote existing maintenance personnel who has knowledge in this area, while the HRM position should be a well-experienced recruit. On the other hand, additional maintenance personnel positions can be slowly filled. By filling in the proposed positions, the revised purchase process can be applied and the manager can focus on his people and the pending inventory issue. Second, frequent assessment of employee performance and conditions would help increase the company's high regard for its people. Lastly, strategic planning on the administrative level must be done to settle expansion projections. That's all for my analysis.